Hello, everybody. Welcome to the review of round 7, where we looks like there is a clear gap between the top 5 and the bottom 5 on the ladder. And one team just continues to run away with it at the moment. So let's get started and look at the review of all the games for this week. All right, so let's get started with Sugar Daddies, who are first versus God's Olympus, eighth on the ladder. Sugar Daddies continue to lead the competition. Another pretty good score, 385. A bit down the pre-match projection of 405. And God's Olympus had a pre-match projection of 372, and they were down a fair way. They were down by 30 points. So both teams not quite where they wanted to be. Nevertheless, it was a good win for Sugar Daddies. A couple of standouts in their performance. Errol Gordon, a utility of 81, was all right. Whitfield as a follower of 53, and Yo as a tackler had a fantastic result of 50. Whereas over there for the Sugar Daddies, Sarong got 88 in the utility spot. Norton all right as a half forward is 41. Walsh as a midfield 56. The big standout though was a tackler of Rao. 70 points as a tackler. Would have even got 117 points as a utility. What did he actually get? Didn't watch that game. He got 13 tackles for Rao. That's pretty good. Probably got a number at 18 contested possessions. Not bad little, not a bad little game for Rao. Fantastic effort actually. And with that one, so any other standouts? I suppose Marshall was up by 11% as a ruck, and Norton was up 29%, and it was 7 Rao there. The loopholes, Petrarca was no good. Anyone out here that we missed out on? Well, Warlaw got 39 as a tackler. So, still not better as Yo, but Yo probably could have gone in another position. Maybe as a... No, not really. And halfback here, who's that? Wangani Malira, 51. Bit better as a halfback there, he would have been. And Dale got 58 as a halfback, 100 as a utility as well. 2 weeks in a row, Dale would have got 100 over 100 as a utility. Better than what Sarong's been doing. So, if we look at the optimised lineups in this one, we would have seen that... Well, let's get rid of this first. There we go. Would have seen that still would have been a massive score. Still would have been Sugar Daddy's win, 455.5 against 386. Waller would have been the best full forward, whereas Dixon, Norton stayed where he was. Bolton as a half 445. Gordon stayed there, but Dale would have come in. The rucks would have stayed the same. Whitfield would have been a mid, not a follower. And Walsh will stay where he was, whereas Hayden Young would have come as a follower. And Sarong would have gone to a follower with 64. Sicily in the halfback 51 as Mangala and Valera, exactly the same. And the tacklers, well, they're not going to change on that one. So either way, Sugar Daddies continue to win. They go one game clear on top with that one. So let's move on to the next game, which is the match of the round. Okay, so the match of the round see Maltese Falcons, who move up to second on the ladder, all due to points for. Got another score of plus 400. They aren't projected for a big score, actually, but either way, 403. Pretty much projection of 387 against Bombers Forever. Got 390. They were up 28 points. So both teams are up by on their actual projections. Have a look at some standout performances here. Although Mackay 36 as a full forward was pretty good, was still a bit down. Whereas Walker was up 57% on his season average at full forward. He got 45. McGrath utility, interesting move, but he was up 23% on his average and got 94, which is a good score. And English, even as a ruck, was up 18%. We're over here. Tom Green hit the ton, 101, up 12%. And Briggs as a ruckman got 36. Even Miller as a midfielder got 52. And he even would have got 54 as a tackler and 93 as utility. So he had an all-around good game as well. Where the other guys here, good scores, good nice scores, but a bit down in their actual projections. Whereas Fife would have got 67 as a mid, 97 as utility, 37 as a half forward, but they're not getting 34 as a tackler and up 42%. Cripps still beat him as a tackler, but he was down his usual score. And Steve May was up 25% on his usual halfback score. Bear in mind, he did get subbed out for one game and got 1 point. So 63 there, which is probably about his average anyway. With that one. Anyone we missed out on in particular? Well, Dow got a tackle at 42. I think we said that the other day. Even Lonely Wine's got 45 as a tackler. A couple other quick scores over here. Not too much to write home about. So the main squads were the better squads, it looks like. But let's have a look at the optimised lineups. All right, so it still would have been two massive scores. Bombers for would have got 424.5 and Falcons would have got 441. The full forwards stay where they are, and Stengel would have come in as a half forward for 30 and Dacos as a half forward for Falcons. Cripps and Fife, both the utilities, about the same score, 96 and 97. Ruckman stayed the same. Caesar was a mid and Butters as a follower, the other way around, whereas here would have been Tom Green as the mid with 70 and Bonner as a follower. And May stays where he is. McGrath would have gone to halfback, and tackler was Wines, and took Miller took with that one. So Falcons get the win, go to second on the ladder. So well done the Falcons, and we'll move on to the next game. All right, next game is the top. It was a top five clash. It was Punters Paddock third, defeated the Gators Bitches fifth. So the Gators Bitches dropped down. Punters Paddock go down. You were right, Coley. Bow, Coley, King. You taunted me before the game. You trash talked me, and I faltered under the pressure, and you smashed me. You're up by 10 points on your pre-match projection, and you finished on 368, where I was down 68 points and finished on 298. So pretty bad. I mean, I had Armitage as full forward, and he was the only Sydney Swans player that didn't score a goal. Anything else besides Bont was down 17%, Kerno was down 17%. Newcomb looks like he might have hit a little bit of form, but still not getting that 50 points I'm after. And Harrod, and other than that, I mean, Mitchell was down 59%, Zorko was down 40%. We're over here, you had King was up 67%. I was looking at it at one stage, he kicked one goal and had like two kicks halfway through the third quarter. But obviously destroyed it after that. He had got 43 as a half forward, up 67%. Dawson hit the tongue against North, up 17% on 104. We're gone. 39 as a ruck, still fantastic, was a little bit down. Dage went off injured, so the score could have been much worse. And Rosie went off injured as well, which is funny because Atkins was a sub, and Atkins would have ended up being a better tackler than Rosie if he kept his team as it was. So Trelaw done what he usually does, and Newman got about his average as well. So Punters Paddy got the better score, 368 to 298. Anything outstanding that we can choose from? Well, not really from my team. Maybe the full Dylan Moore as a full forward would have been a better option, as would have Mitchell Owens, where and to go as a tackler. Whereas over here, Atkins as the tackler, as we mentioned, and 44. Sinclair is a half forward, 44 is a midfield, 59. Utility got 100, so he done it right there with what he done. So let's have a quick look at the optimized lineups. We'll have seen I still not good enough. In fact, I think I didn't even get his score that he actually got, 367 to 410.5. Full forwards Kerno and King, and half forward for me would have been Newcomb and Dawson as a half forward with 67 for Coley. Dylan Moore would have been my utility this week, 79, whereas, as we said, Sinclair turned up with 100.5. The ruck stayed as they are. Bont would have gone to the midfield, as would have Ed Richards, and Shaw stays where he is, where I would have had Holmes come in. Andrews and Newman stay in their positions, and tackler would have been DeGoey and Atkins as the tacklers for Punters Paddy to get 410 to 367. Either way, Punters Paddy get the win. Go equal points with Gators in the 5, and they move to third with points 4. So well done, Coley. You were right. I was wrong. You are better than me. You are fantastic. You are the king. And whatever. Good one. We'll go. Let's quickly go to the next game. All right, the next game will go to the team that's fourth on the ladder, who lost to Renegades, the highest scoring team this round and the highest scoring team of the comp. So we've all been told. So pretty much projection down 23, 41.5. against an up 66.6, 459 for Renegades. Fantastic result. All their players, look at that. There's green everywhere besides Nick Martin, who's still got 57 as a midfield. But everyone had the green going there. Langford 56, tackle up 84%. Ranked up 47%. Merritt up 7%. Darcy up 15%. That's about his average score anyway, to be honest. LDU up 1%. Blakey, he had 23 or 25 kicks against Hawthorn. What do you have? 26 kicks against Hawthorn. He got 70 as a halfback. And Dunkley as a tackler up 12%. We're over here. Still had a good game, up 7%. Parrish as a midfield, 53%. And the biggest issue was Brayshaw, 68.5 as utility, was a fair way down, as was Darcy Cameron as a tackler, and Danaher as a half forward. But Luke McDonald today was kicking from everywhere. I think he kicked 3 goals or 4 goals, something. What did he kick? He kicked 3 goals, 3. So he got 49 points as a full forward, had a pretty good game all around. Got a few soft free kicks, if you ask me, but anyway. Obviously, the interchange loopholes were no good for that one. Anyone else in particular we could have played in that game? Maybe no, not really. I think everyone pretty much. I mean, anyone could have probably been better as a utility, even Toby Nankervis. Whereas over here, even Akers had a good game, and Kelly is a utility half forward as well. Warple had an alright game. But yeah, so I think we'll be surprised how much difference the optimised lineup is for Stiff there. Let's have a quick look. So only 2 points more, really, isn't it? What's this? 59, only 2 points more, and the difference would have been um, Kelly as the utility would have been the only difference because Merritt would have gone as the follower. That would have given you the extra points. Other than that, the whole team stayed as they are. Whereas over here, Parrish would have come in as utility. Flanders would have been the half forward. Nank in the ruck. Brayshaw was a follow-up, Powers a halfback, and Jack still stays there as a tackler. Would have been 461 to 375. Stiff gets the win, goes to 6th on the ladder because he's the highest scoring team of the competition. So he goes to 6th on the ladder and gets a pretty good score there. So we'll go to the last game. It is Rangers Anonymous were defeated by Top Guns. Top Guns, Rangers Anonymous dropped to 7th. Top Guns go to 9th, get the win. They were down a little bit on the projection. Still was enough, though. They got 378.5, whereas Rangers Anonymous were down by 46 points. They got 329. Cameron done all he could. Now, I would be interested to see. Heaney, no doubt, is probably leading the Brownlow at this stage. Jeremy Cameron surely cannot be that far behind right now because he is absolutely having a great season. And as a full forward, we've got 55, even a half forward 60. So fantastic game. Papley, he only kicked 2 goals the same, but still got 24, still serviceable. Baker was very far down. He got 49%, and McCluggage was down 16%, only got 65. So that was pretty low. Everyone else was actually in the red. Even Rowbottom as a tackler. I mean, that game looked like there was a bit of pressure, or just Hawks were shit. Probably Hawks were shit. But he was still down 30%, and I got 32 as a tackler. O'Brien still 41 as a ruck's pretty good though. But look how far the midfield's down, 31 36. It's a fair way down. Whereas over here, Duggan was up 3%. Heaney, only 71 as utility. He kicked 3 goals or something, didn't he? What did he kick? Kicked 3 goals, but didn't have much. I think Finn McGuinness might have been taken. I'm not sure. But still, only 71.5 as utility, and he kicked 3 goals. So he obviously didn't have that great of a game. In the ruck, Witts got 50, up 44%. So raised the bat for half a ton. Anderson got 63. A lot of handballs apparently. How many handballs did he get? 11 kicks, 22 handballs. It's like a Fremantle midfielder. Houston was up a little bit, and Ryan down 21%. And Drew, as a tackler, was best on ground and got 39 points as a tackler. Other options to choose from, not too many. I mean, Darcy Moore's a halfback, 62 would have been a better option to get in there. Probably still not have made a difference though, and no one else really. Or half forward Pickett, because Pickett had a good half forward game, and even Cameron as well. He has good. Charlie Cameron had a pretty good game too. Laird over here as a half forward, 104 as a tackler, as a utility, 44 as a tackler, so he could have found a spot for him in the team. Luke Jackson, the full forward, got 32. Keys as the full forward, got 39. So interesting to see what the optimised lineup would have been for that one. Why don't we have a look? Optimised lineup. $398.5. The Top Guns 442.5. So they still would have got the win. Cameron stays where he is, but Pickett would have gone as half forward. We're over here. Keys and Heaney would have gone into those positions. Utility Rowbottom at 72.5 and Laird 104.5. The Rucks as they are. Midfield Finn Callahan tried to spot at utility last week, didn't quite make it. Got the same scores as midfielder this week as he did as utility last week. And Anderson 63. McGluggage as a follower, as is Duggan, and the halfbacks would have been completely different. Would have been Darcy Moore and Jacob Wiedering, and tacklers would have been Liam Baker and William Drew. So that concludes the review of the games. Let's have a quick look at the fixture. Or let's have a look at the team of the round, should I say. The team of the round for round 7 would have been Langford as full forward with 56, 551.5 the total score. Dawson as a half forward, 67, and Laird as a utility. So those two played North Melbourne. Jarrett Witts played West Coast, and Sydney they played Hawthorn. So the three bottom teams really, isn't it? Sarong as a follower, Tom Green as a midfielder, Rouse as a tackler. So they're the best team for those positions for a total score of 551.5. And let's go to the ladder real quickly to finish it up. Sugar Daddy's 24 points, 6 wins, 2 losses. And then there's 4 teams on 5 wins. From Maltese Falcons down to Gators Bitches. And the average score, as you can tell, 373 down to 348. So my 298 didn't really help this week, did it? So that's in terms of those. So it's going to take a massive score for me to catch those guys. Play Mick next week, so I might get luck there. And then we've got 4 teams on 3 wins. It's Renegades with 3,100. Highest scoring team by 120 or something like that. Rangers Anonymous, 111 actually. Rangers Anonymous is there. Gods of Olympus, Top Guns, and Bombers forever round it all up. So, okay, Mick, you're averaging better than me. You should beat me next week, Mick. Anyway, Bombers Rovers only got the 2 wins, and that's that. The review of round 7. First game is the showdown next Thursday night. We'll have a quick look anyway. So, no, Mike hasn't changed it yet. Doesn't matter. We can look at that later. Thursday night is the review. As the showdown that is Adelaide versus Port Adelaide. Besides that, look, thank you very much, and see you all later.